gentlemen, you wanted the best, you got the best. In strong language and adult content, the hottest podcast in the world. Slowly, we rock.
Slowly we rock. Slowly we rock.
Hello!
Hey.
Cool, so this is Slowly We Rock, and this is our brand new podcast. It's the first...
Well, no one's ever done this before. Pioneers.
It's the first ever, don't check this out, but it's the first ever music podcast ever recorded, yeah.
It's amazing that it's taken till this long for
I know.
someone to record a music
Yeah.
podcast.
If you Google it, you'll just get with fake news results that show other music podcasts, but they're not real.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have decided to record music, but not a lot of people have decided to record themselves talking about music, which is good because 2 out of 3 can't actually write music. So
Yeah.
we found a way
I think that's either a compliment or he's setting me up for a dig.
but we found a way to worm ourselves into music.
Whereas
by
I
doing a
published
podcast.
multiple books of panpipe sheet music. So,
Cool, so
Accomplished.
you might be wondering, I mean, if you're not one of the 5 of our friends that actually listens to this.
Yeah.
why
or
am I
someone
listening
outside,
to this?
you might be wondering who we are. So, gents, introduce yourselves.
My name's Rapping Dan, and I'm here to... I like rapping in a podcast way. So, so cool.
Expect a lot of humour of that level.
Yeah, so
Sorry, please to come.
humour's very generous. I'm Dan, 30 years young. And
Dating profile.
I like making bacon on the beach.
My name's Jim. I am
Here to say.
100 minus 70 years old. That's 30, baby. And I'm also... I can't even get my... I was just trying to say what Dan was going to say, and I fluffed it already. Hi, I'm Jim. I'm also 30, if that matters to anyone listening.
Years
and
young.
I like rock and heavy metal music.
It sounds like a support group now. At
It
this
really does,
point.
doesn't it? Yeah. That would be an amazing concept for like an 80s hair metal, like Twisted Sister video. It could be someone in like
Oh
a
my god.
Heavy Metal Anonymous kind of group.
It would be the other way around though. It would be Dee Snider would be leading the group, and it would be someone a member of the band who made it look like an old dad. So
And
like
at some point they would definitely
slippers
be like,
and papers. Like,
I don't know, man. I guess I just want to rock.
Yeah.
yeah. They're addicted to a normal lifestyle, and Dee's got a break from getting back into metal.
It's a shame they've broken up now because but we don't have a time machine because we could have gone back and sold that idea.
Well,
Yeah.
still time.
Twitter's there. So
I'm. My name's Lewis Blake. I have played guitar in
Wait.
bands.
How old are you?
Oh, I am 26.
young or old?
Both.
Young.
feeling more every day, really. So I play guitar in a heavy metal act called Heaven Asunder. Been doing that for a few years.
So we do have some level of authenticity in
yeah,
this band. in
Yeah,
this
Yeah,
podcast.
it's
too
like
legit to quit.
we play with some good names.
Yeah.
It's been a real fucking blast.
Yeah, and to be fair, like in terms of like music journalism, I'll often post a photo of an album cover that I like on Instagram and say, "Listen to this." So,
It's true.
Yeah, we totally have legit creds, which is why you're listening to us talk about heavy metal.
I filmed gigs before, but holding my phone up vertically.
Yeah,
And
of course,
now I'm
making sure
pirate.
to have my hand over part of the
Yeah.
microphone, so you can't really hear what's going on.
But not all the way, just
No,
sometimes.
enough so that
it's-
it blows out the sound every now and
Yeah,
then.
that's correct.
Yeah.
That's how Spike Jones does it. So but basically, we kind of thought it would be fun to record something like a metal podcast, which was just fun. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we felt that there wasn't really a lot out there talking about metal. If there was, we were too dumb to find it. And
There's some good metal.
There's some good podcasts,
Metal
yeah.
Sucks do a fun one.
Yeah.
There's a lot about like
Metal Injection as well.
Yeah.
Metal Hammer do one, but we wanted.
But we're
something-
still the first.
Yeah, we're still the first. Yeah, they got this idea, and then they took the time machine we invented to go back and make the Twisted Sister video.
Bloody
Then they
busy.
made out the
Busy
podcast
year for
first.
us.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
busy 2018. But yeah, we just wanted something like was nice and fun, nice and casual. You can have a beer, listen to us chat about metal, we kind of wanted to make something which hopefully people who don't like rock and don't like metal can get in on, have a listen and enjoy, because ultimately, as much as we love our rock and metal, it is the weirdest, dumbest, most ridiculous genre of music out there.
100%.
Which is why we're not going to be elitist, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that really bugs me.
Yeah.
With such an absurd genre of music, as much as I love it, it's weird to me to be elitist about it when so much of it is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
in the best possible way.
It's one of those amazing balances where you get this superb, like the technicians of it that can play incredible things, construct these absolutely amazing compositions, and then hey, let's put everything on fire or something.
Precisely.
Guys, what if we wear capes?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things that a lot of people and a lot of podcasts just take way too seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way too seriously.
I mean, just to sum up how ridiculous metal is, I went to Bloodstock Festival in 2017. Had an amazing time.
Brag.
Yeah, humble brag.
End of story.
Let's just say I paid the money for my ticket and attended the event. Yeah, that's what we're asking for freebies.
1%.
But the two of the headliners, one was the Monomorph, the other was Ghost. And the actual kind of similarity in terms of how ridiculous their stage show was so similar. There was a through line. But a Monomorph were 100% serious Vikings who had men in armour fighting on stage during their set. And a giant, inflatable dragon that came out towards the end. Whereas Ghost were completely tongue-in-cheek and had a choir of children singing, Hail Satan. And then the front man said everyone in the audience deserved an orgasm. And they're two headliners.
Very generous. Did he give them out?
He actually said, give yourself an orgasm. Specifically, he said, if you do with someone else, make sure it's consensual.
Nice.
Yeah, he covered his back. Yeah,
good man.
He's already got a lot of legal trouble with the rest of the band anyway.
Quite a little bit,
yeah. But we just wanted to highlight, how... and just to, again, Megadeth with the third headliner. So metal is fucking ridiculous. But we just kind of wanted to do something which captured that fact.
Also, how much we enjoy that bit of it, because it's not we do not want anyone to think we're here to ridicule it, because we
No, not at all.
absolutely love this
Yeah.
music, and we love how dumb it can be.
Yeah.
Sometimes more than the artists themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So some of the things we were looking to discuss, this is maybe it's part passion project, part just a kind of cheeky chappy laugh.
A cheeky tipple of a podcast.
Yeah, at the genre. Some of the things we want to be talking about in the future is we're all very passionate diehard Iron Maiden fans. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do a series on that, kind of covering a lot of their albums. But we also want to go on the other side to what we'd like to think of as the shit list. So every metal band that thought they got away with releasing a real stinker of a record, thought maybe it was buried in their back catalogue somewhere.
We got your number.
We've got your number, and we'll be bringing it back into the foreground. People will be finding out about Kiss's concept album that's a Lord of the Rings fantasy type thing, which a lot of people still don't believe it exists.
Tales from the Elder, Volume 1?
Yeah, yeah, they had real ambitious plans.
I think it is called Part 1. I think it really... Like Leonard Part 6. They were trying to franchise out.
First Bill Cosby reference of the podcast.
Oh, I forgot
Fantastic.
about Bill Cosby.
Amazing.
We're also going to talk about how much...
Finish that joke.
Yeah.
How much we despise Bill Cosby and his...
Yeah.
Why are you making me talk about this? That's getting cut.
Yeah, sure. Getting cut. This is a visual gag. You can't see me winking.
Why is this podcast 20 seconds long?
I can confirm.
We also want to cover some things like heavy metal in film, right? It doesn't appear in films very often, but I feel those appearances are notable and worth mentioning. For example, the film Rockstar, starring Mark Wahlberg, is fucking terrible and yet brilliant at the same time. You've got a favourite as well.
I've got loads of favourites.
Go on then.
But I think the one which we'll have a guest on for, because my housemate's dying to talk about it, is
You tell
Rock
me.
of Ages.
Oh, great.
He even said he wanted to maybe do a thing where he watches it on loop for 24 hours and then comes in fresh to talk about it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So,
that's a great idea.
But he's got a lot of things to say about that film. He loved it.
Oh my god, okay, and that episode's going to be called Rock for Ages.
Oh, amazing. Mr. Price itself.
Oh.
Now, I was going to say, Jim's definitely got a real passion about the film Rockstar.
I do. I talk about it so often.
Well, so this is our pilot episode.
Yeah.
We've been talking about doing for a long time. We've actually been recording a spin-off series to this for the last 4 months.
Seamless.
Just like every good TV series, every good movie, what you do is you start with a spin-off, and then you go back to the actual origin.
Fill in the gaps.
Yeah,
But
precisely.
Jim has definitely mentioned Rockstar in that first ever one.
Yep.
I think I've tried... if I could, I would fit in a Mark Wahlberg's Rockstar reference in every single episode.
You like Jerry Seinfeld with Superman.
Yeah,
Every episode
precisely.
is a reference somewhere.
Like, he literally goes
that a
from
thing?
being... Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like... It's subtle stuff. Like
Sometimes
so
he's
have
just
like
got a Superman model in his flat.
Yeah.
Is that why every time that you see him run on screen, he sticks his arm out in front of him?
Yeah. And why he's got the red cape on. In
Yeah,
most episodes
I
as well.
wondered, because he doesn't always go with his suits.
And there's that one where he lifts the car up. off the man.
That definitely explains that episode of Seinfeld where, when he's late for that meeting
Yeah.
and he has to fly around the world backwards.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
reverse time. Incredible.
Classic
But he
episode.
couldn't do it to stop Kramer and his outbursts. He tried.
But yeah, as I said before I was really interrupted, he then invents grunge music by the end of the movie.
Back to Rockstar now, not Jerry Seinfeld.
No, end of B movie. He invents grunge music.
Oh,
He whispers it into the ear.
Oh, man.
but yeah, that's kind of the idea basically. I guess for anyone who doesn't know us, we should probably kind of talk about our taste as well, because I think we've got a pretty broad taste in rock, metal, stuff like that. I hope, or else it's going to be a very narrow podcast. Yeah. We love Iron Maiden, Mark Wahlberg's Rockstar, and that's it.
Better like those two things.
Yeah. Obviously, it's really hard just to kind of think on the spot, but do any of you guys have, or could you say off the top of your head, like, favourite band, favourite album?
Yeah, 100%. For me is Avenged Sevenfold, City of Evil.
That's the one, is it?
Yeah, that's the one for me. Just because I don't think there are many albums that are that diverse and ambitious in that kind of way. It just shouldn't have worked. And for where they came from and for the kind of scene they were in, it is so out there. The influences in it, you can hear everything from the Beatles to Guns N' Roses to Metallica. It's kind of like a best of all of my favourite
All in one.
bands.
Yeah. Such a 180 as well from Waking the Fallen, where they were like a metalcore band, which definitely stood out.
Yeah.
But then I would never
exploded.
ever have thought that would be the direction they would go.
I mean, the
in.
difference in their first album to Waking the Fallen is
absolutely
absolutely phenomenal as it is.
Yeah.
And then they go in a whole other direction with City of Evil.
Insane.
Like,
So that's for
constantly
me.
changing.
For me, that's definitely it. And like being a guitarist as well, I tend to be driven by a lot of not surprisingly, guitar-based things. So, which is why I guess the kind of biggest stuff I listen to is 80s, 90s cock rock and hair metal for sure. I could not get enough of that shit. If there's big hair and spandex, chances are.
And a guy
I
just
love it.
wanking off on a guitar.
Absolutely.
It's the one.
And a guy just wanking off.
just wanking off, yeah. Vince Neil just rubbing one out.
You're not far off it with Blackie Lawless and his
yeah.
pieces and angle grinders.
I think we've got to talk about Wasp at some point.
We'll do a cod piece
I-
episode. I mean,
I have such a soft spot for that band that they don't deserve.
Well, I think I know what you're going to say.
Well, I would say, I was having to think about this. I think my all-time favourite band is Metallica. They were absolutely my gateway into heavy metal.
And if you haven't heard them, you should probably check them out.
Yeah, they're a little known combo, been going for about 35 years
get on there now.
Little four-piece.
Before
Bay Area.
before they
four-piece.
really rise, I would
Yeah.
say get on there now and you can be in on the ground
Yeah,
floor.
exactly.
Get
Yeah.
shares.
I would say they're dope AF if I had to describe
As
them.
fuck. Yeah, the band that got me into metal, like I listened to Master of Puppets today, and it still blows me away. Those first 5 albums, like even the Black Album. And
Great. No, I love it. Black Album's an amazing album.
Some people are like, I would say again, elitists maybe in metal.
That's not metal.
Because it is such a huge pivot.
He's
But
singing too well.
the quality of the quality of production is outstanding. But honestly, my favourite album usually is probably Reload. Probably, but that's the thing about the thing about Metallica, which sums up maybe why we're doing this podcast, It's the most awesome, kick-ass, epic metal versus some of the dumbest, ridiculous, why the fuck did you do that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
They're like both ends of the spectrum. In terms of like my favourite album ever though, like thinking about it, it's probably maybe not a Metallica album anymore.
Ooh.
I would have said pretty confidently it was probably the Master of Puppets and Justice for All. It would flip-flop between the two. But thinking about it now, I think Mastodon's Leviathan is probably the best metal album ever made. It continues to surprise me every time I listen to it. I always seem to find something new. I always forget what a pace it moves as well. I think if you cut out Hearts Alive, which is about 10 minutes long, maybe a little bit longer, that album would probably be about half an hour pushing it.
Yeah.
Because they just absolutely kick it up a gear. Not a single second is wasted on it.
Yeah, I agree with that,
throw
actually,
away riffs on that album like nobody's business. They'll just chuck an amazing sounding riff at the end of a song, and that's the end of it.
Like
and then they'll carry on.
Sea Beast.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got one of the best riffs. It's just the outro to the song. You could build a whole song around that.
I absolutely love shit like that as well, because there's nothing better. Like we try and do it on Me Right, when you just get that super sick riff. We're still trying to find it, and you just put a small amount of it into a song.
Yeah,
because you want people to miss it when it stops.
Absolutely.
And they fucking kill that.
They really do.
Yeah.
They're just an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, that's exactly how I describe the album. The artwork is perfect. It's just, as a band as well, there's no sort of negatives with them. I feel like, again, they're a band that sound has definitely moved more towards the melodic in recent years. But to me, they rarely put an error or they put a wrong step or anything, whatever the phrase is.
And a band like any heavy band going towards more melodic, like melody doesn't mean bad.
No,
and I
not
think
at all.
again, if you look to a lot of elitist opinions or pretty much any message board
Yeah.
ever, you will get a lot of that kind of opinions. Oh, they sold out, man. They wanted to make money.
Yeah.
No shit.
Of course they do. They have to pay the fucking bills.
And also, it does get pretty boring doing the same thing.
I read
Over
a
again.
good blog post by Dallas Coyle. Doc Coyle, who was the
Doc
Coyle, yeah, who's the guitarist for God Forbid. And he talked about their change as a band. He's very open and very transparent with his career, and it makes some really interesting reading. But he talked about when they went from making like their most technical, complicated album, then the one after that they just made something a lot more melodic and just very kind of riffy. And he's basically said like, yeah, it was fun to play on stage. Like we would play these really technical songs, but we'd also be stood there not really doing
Yeah,
much,
100%.
just to make sure we could get all the music right. And actually, when you just have a good riff and you can rock out, it's way more fun and your performances are better because there's a bit more energy. And I was like, that was a really interesting take on it. I don't think, because a lot of people say you made this more melodic album to get a broader appeal. It's like, well, actually, no, we did it because it's just fun to fucking play.
There's nothing better than just going down to like a Bon Jovi type section and just dumbing it down and just having a good time as a band on some simple riffs.
Absolutely.
Going down a dry county and just let him rip. Just absolutely let him rip.
Dan.
Metallica, probably my favourite band. Like they're the one I got into as well. Pretty much everything Jim said, really. Like, yeah, they're a gateway band. For me, I love classic rock. Sabbath and Deep Purple were the first two bands I listened to that got me into all of this. Like, my dad had a CD that came with our CD player for some reason. It was loads of pop CDs, and then it was We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll, which is the best of
cool.
Sabbath.
It's a really good compilation.
And then I remember my dad getting his vinyls out of the attic, and one of them was Machine Head by Deep Purple, which has got Smoke on the Water on it, but it's also got Highway Star.
That's such a great album.
Yeah, the whole album's amazing, but those two tracks, obviously everyone knows Smoke on the Water, but Highway Star, which just sounds amazing, like the guitar solo, it's awesome. And then, yeah, just a lot of classic rock I love. In terms of an album, I think my favourite album, the first one I came to was, funnily enough, probably Leviathan's definitely up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but also Blast Tyrant by Clutch.
Oh, so good.
Which
Do you
is
know
just
what? I don't really know Clutch.
that's the one to listen to. I think it's your gateway into.
Cool.
They're also though, especially they're a very incredibly consistently excellent band.
Okay.
But I would say from Blast Tyrant onwards, pretty much they've just been writing like
Cool.
perfect album after perfect album for the most part. They've had a few little
all a bit different. They got quite bluesy on stuff like Beale Street to Oblivion.
Cool.
But on the last two, they've really pulled it back, and they've got more of that like punk. It's weird because I wouldn't think of them as a punk band, but it's got energy.
Like
to
the
it,
last one's
hasn't
so
it?
stripped down and so just like bam, bam, bam. I think it's under half an hour possibly.
I would also recommend Robot Hive Exodus
Yes,
as well.
that's a good one.
Real good one.
But Blast Tower in particular, like the way he sings, the lyrics are all amazing.
Yeah.
Every song's got the biggest riffs on it, and they're all so catchy. Because I quite like stoner rock as well.
Cool.
Like early Queens of Stone Age and like Cayuse as well. Anything with a big riff, even like Spiritual Beggars. What's his name? Spin-off band.
Michael Hammett.
Yeah, Mike Hammett's
Local Derbyshire lad, Michael Hammett.
Michael Hammett's spin-off band.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
cool,
does he has like a stoner rock.
Really?
That's so
Spiritual Beggars.
different to everything else he does.
And it's literally
cool.
there's like bongo solos on it on some tracks.
Yeah, it's like a sort of 70s kind of.
Cool.
It's like a sort of psychedelic stoner rock sort of
Cool.
big riff album. But yeah, I mean, I don't listen to too much newer stuff. I do every now and then, like one of you will recommend something. Like I just started listening to. We just talked about them. Jane Doe.
Five Finger Death Punch.
No. Although, mate, their cover of Bad Company, so good. They changed Six Gun to Shotgun. He sounds so much more manly for saying it.
Converge,
yeah. I just got into them.
Cool.
Absolutely
Cool.
terrific.
Great band.
Got into them on Christmas Day, I think, which is I don't know what kind of Christmas day I was having. I'm having too much fun. I need to listen to very heavy and sort of a bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite open to listen to all sorts, but I just classic rock and like yeah, and like I don't know.
Anything with a good riff.
Yeah, pretty much. The
Yeah.
riff is king for the most part. Like a lot of acoustic singer-songwriters. Like I love Neil Young, Bob Seger.
The Boss.
Bruce Springsteen, probably other than Metallica, might be my favourite artist of all time. Thank you for reminding me of my favourite.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's like I mean,
I completely forgot.
there's no. Even though he's not, he's not a rock per se. Well, he's rock, yeah. He's got classic hard rock.
He's not a rock pussy.
Yeah, but like he's not a rock pussy. He's not a metal artist. Like the influence he's had, he transcends like any genre. He's something else.
And just like the different albums. He went.
I really like the different albums.
It's different styles of albums. But like, I don't think there's many artists that could pivot so quickly from Nebraska. Into Born in the USA.
Nebraska was a game changer.
They could not be.
Nebraska is a game changer for every single bearded, cardiganed, acoustic man in like ever. It changed the game. It's amazing.
So would you play it to
perfect.
Dallas Green and be like, "What are you doing?" If you're listening, Dallas,
we
love
mean
the
it.
band.
We really do mean it.
but we do mean it. Sort your life out.
Get that new Alexis album.
But yeah, the idea of someone going from Nebraska to Born in the USA is crazy. It's so literally opposite ends of the spectrum.
But so different. Yeah, it's just because Born in the USA again, classic album, but it's like that generation's big rock album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and if you like Bruce
really
Springsteen,
well produced, anthemic songs, it's.
I recommend going on to Spotify and because Born in the USA was written for Nebraska, and he recorded it for Nebraska. But it's really different and stripped down in the Nebraska stuff. And it's
Is it as miserable as Nebraska?
it's much more. Because the whole message of Born in the USA is not a patriotic song, really.
Not
it's
at all.
more of a,
Wrong.
Yeah,
Ted Nugent says otherwise.
He says a lot of things, but that comes across so much more in this one. It's a different rhythm to it and everything. It's really interesting, well worth listening to.
Another thing we kind of wanted to do as well is kind of just we should manage expectations. This won't be like a weekly rock and metal news show because we're just not interested in doing that.
And there's a lot of there's a lot of
There's a
just
lot
go
of that
online.
around. Yeah,
Have you guys heard of
guitarist.
You guys heard of the internet?
yeah. Go look online.
You
We're not going to do that. But if something notable comes up on
Is that the international network?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, then yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
If something notable comes up on, say, blabbermouth.net, then we'll definitely discuss it. And I think a good way to start this would be to look back at a couple of my favourite headlines from 2017 that made Blabbermouth.
Oh, it's a new year.
Yeah.
New podcast.
So again, those who don't know, blabbermouth.net, it calls itself the CNN of rock and metal. in that it just pumps out news constantly.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7, regardless of whether or not there's anything interesting to say.
I just feel like it's more like the Fox News.
Well, no, because Anderson Cooper does a regular article on Blabbermouth about his favourite metal album.
You definitely, the comment section is definitely like Fox News.
I've never seen a good comment section on Birth Movies Death has a good comment section.
Yeah.
That might be the only one I can think of that has a decent comment section.
AV Club's
used to.
okay as
the
well.
new layouts wiped it.
Damn. Too bad. So blabbermouth.net, it's a news website, reports rock and metal news constantly. Doesn't matter what's going on. If Sebastian Bach from Skid Row is going to a golf tournament, you'll be the first to fucking hear about it.
Which is
More
how I
importantly-
found out about all of his golfing exploits.
Yeah,
that's a good word.
exactly.
Exploits.
The minutiae of Blabbermouth, though, is that if Sebastian Bach's session guitarist went to a golf tournament, it would have a ex-Bach guitarist.
Yeah,
It's golf ball.
precisely. It's good for Rockstar beef, that's for sure. They were, as soon as because like again, one of my favourite things from last year in rock and metal was kind of the weird beef that Chad Kroeger and Corey Taylor had.
Oh, that was amazing.
For like 5 minutes. And it felt that like Chad Kroeger was really trying to get it off the ground and was trying to start an argument and
He was being very serious.
yeah, with Corey Taylor. And Corey Taylor obviously didn't give a flying fuck.
No.
Like he's doing just fine. Chad Kroeger, like when you're divorced from Avril Lavigne, like and you're in the same club as Derek Whibley.
Are they divorced now? Are they? I didn't
I
realise.
think they are. They're separated. Yeah.
And especially
You
after
shouldn't be taking shots at anyone.
no, and especially after you just bought a new face for her.
Wait. So, elaborate, please.
Oh, his face. He
oh,
bought a new
I
face
thought you
for
meant
her.
Avril Lavigne.
No,
Okay.
because she died years ago.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, in that car wreck with Paul McCartney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird timing.
Okay. Well, you think Chad Kroger's face?
Why do I think he's had plastic surgery?
Cool.
Oh right. Okay.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
Well,
yeah.
this is our first and last podcast.
No, this is what I want this to be. Actually, I
Well,
want.
we've been sued for libel.
I want us to pigeonhole in ourselves and move more into like the TMZ of rock and metal.
So, I mean, I think if you're wondering what kind of show this is, it's kind of Loose Women.
Yeah.
But about metal.
I've
It's Bruce Women.
I've googled it. He had a fucking nose job.
out.
Chad Kroeger 100% had a nose job.
Look, his whole face is different.
See, I think the big thing is the fact that, and it makes a big difference, like
he
he's got,
looks like a police sketch of Chad Kroeger.
He looks like a Thunderbirds puppet.
because
Yeah.
he got rid of the
Face.
moustache. He's got rid of the moustache, which I think makes a bit of a difference in people's faces. If you're just going to have a little chin beard, that will make your face look odd. He cut his hair as well, revealing his stupid fucking ears. But that
Those stupid fucking
But he wasn't
ears.
that unusual looking, really, beforehand.
He actually won one year, I think it was like 2006, or somewhere around then, and this is a fact. He won World's Ugliest Man.
he
That's a
did,
bit harsh.
yeah.
I mean, he just looks a bit like a lion in his sort of early...
And they're fit.
Yeah, he's definitely had a nose job, 100%.
He looks like a CGI rendering.
Yeah.
He looks like a slightly melted Ken doll.
I'm not sure if any of us can go out, can I?
I don't care.
Well, no, we want Twitter beef with Chad.
Hashtag, yeah, put this
Sorry,
up and hashtag
who's this?
Twitter
What's
beef
going on
chat.
here?
Isn't that the front man? Sorry, this makes great material for a podcast. We're just going to look at photos of rock stars who have had. I say rock star, I use that term very loosely because this is the front man to Sugar Ray.
Just Google
Oh, I don't
50
even know-
famous men who have done plastic surgery.
Yeah, he's on
Who
there.
have done.
Who have
done plastic
who have
surgery.
performed self-plastic
Done
surgery.
gun plastic.
Cut,
Right.
cut.
So, if I had to go through, I picked out a few of my favourite Blabbermouth headlines from this year.
Perfect.
If I had to describe what dominated pretty much all the news on Blabbermouth.net this year,
Sexual
it would be-
harassment.
No, not as much as you'd think.
Oh.
I think that's going to be 2018's big one.
Oh, that was so 2017.
No way. So,
Yeah, decapitated, mice and men.
so
Bad
2017's
year.
big Blabbermouth story driver was basically anything to do with anyone reacting to anything Donald Trump said.
Oh yeah.
Every single person in the rock and metal community had something to say about Donald Trump. And the best thing about it is, obviously, people are asking them, like, and it's getting published. The news articles are being shared, and then the comment section explodes with real angry people whose photos are just that of the American flag.
Yeah, or an eagle.
Yeah, saying, "Stop! fucking talking about politics, you idiot. No one cares about your opinion.
Sorry, did someone ask for singer of Scorpions what he thought?
That's right, yeah. So if we just type in Donald Trump on Blabbermouth, some weird stuff gets
I hope we got the
mentioned,
Michael Schenker
because
group in there as well.
I've typed in Donald Trump search on Blabbermouth, and like one of the most recent articles is Def Leppard's tour with Journey to be announced this week. I don't know how that relates.
Read more. I need to know why.
They're going rallying with Trump.
Axl Rose says Donald Trump's White House is the gold standard of what can be considered disgraceful. Very
good.
articulate.
I was so worried then that Axl was going to be
Well, no,
a
but
real
also,
piece of shit.
you think some of the stuff he gets up to, he's gone up to in his past.
Yeah.
Axl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was never president, so I think
That's
there's-
true, yeah.
I
God
think
help
he
us.
was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus. I can imagine his
Imagine how insane that would be.
at his inauguration, as they're playing the national anthem, you grab a microphone and go, "Give me some fucking reggae!"
We're going to have so much reggae, you're going to be saying, how do we keep having reggae? Tremendous reggae. Can you just read out the Scorpions one?
Scorpion singer slams Donald Trump's border wall plan. It's like the clock ticking backwards. Cheers.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong. But it's really interesting that Klaus Main, the German singer of Scorpions, is like weighed in on this. Like, he's right to the pin. Scott Ian, outspoken. I expect him to say something. Tommy Lee, who I don't think can even legally vote. He's an ex-felon.
Also, I would say Pop call him a kettle black for what he refers to Donald Trump as.
Yeah.
Please.
Although maybe it takes one to know one.
Yeah, Tommy Lee calls Donald Trump a fucking idiot. Says president supporters are dickheads.
I love that man.
Yeah.
Also,
it's not a criticism.
That's
but
amazing.
Yeah. Also,
read
apparently,
his chapters.
Tommy Lee is also apparently working on a new solo project. So
Do you always wear that hat now?
there we go.
Again, you have to Google Donald Trump in. If you just put Donald Trump in the Blabbermouth, you'll see all these articles with
Former Rainbow and Deep Purple singer Joe Lynn Turner stands by statement that Putin is telling the truth. Says Trump is really trying to do a good job.
Why did he weigh in on that?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's had to defend himself, going, "No, I stand by what I said." So he obviously made this statement before in an interview.
Yeah.
Then got pulled up on it again. Who gives a fuck what he thinks?
Ex-Queen's rights singer Jeff Tate, Donald Trump will probably go down as the worst president in US history.
Hedging his bets there, probably.
Testament frontman Gene Simmons weighs in. So let's have a look through the comment section on here.
Oh, no, let's not.
Yeah, I know.
Top comment, please.
So top comment. What a fucking idiot. We are a country of laws and borders. Thank God Donald Trump is doing a great job enforcing them. Build the wall.
These are also real names on
Yeah.
They use Facebook for their
Which on that note, actually,
Then at the same time though, contradictory, someone said, and I quote, in block capitals, "Fuck yeah, D, 100% true. You can't stop rock and roll."
for Mr. Thomas Lee, California.
There are 9 exclamation marks across that sentence.
Yeah.
On that point about commenting things on with like your real name and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that app Wish?
No.
Oh, dude, you know.
That sounds really familiar.
Okay, so you know when you're scrolling through.
Is Wish the
Facebook?
thing where you can order weird stuff?
Yeah. So.
Okay, yes,
You
I do
scroll on
know
Facebook
this.
and it'll be like, "Oh, you like Star Wars?
Yep.
Have you seen this Star Wars figure, or this USB socket, or this butt plug?" And just it immediately gets to sex toys every single time.
Really?
No matter what you're looking at. I was looking to buy a pair of sunglasses.
All chodes lead to Rome.
It went straight from that to flashlights in like a second.
Fantastic.
But when people comment,
Flash lightsabers.
people genius. That's very good.
You're welcome.
When people comment and leave reviews,
Yeah.
for some reason people have set up accounts on this thing with their full name and photographs.
Oh my
And
God.
there's just all these dudes talking about how much fun it was jerking off into these things.
Oh my God.
It's great. Sometimes I just go on there for the reviews.
Spin-off podcast, guys.
I keep getting one, and I don't know what I've Googled, because I don't really Google that I'm overweight, so I don't know how it comes up with this. But it's like a man's vest, which looks a bit like body armour. But it's designed to, I guess, pull it all in, so that you look really buff. It's hilarious looking at pictures. But then presumably at some point you'd have to take that off.
Yeah, it'd be a real anticlimax.
Have you not seen that episode of Arrested Development where
What,
George
keeps the lights
Michael,
off,
where
or-
George Michael?
Oh, the muscle suit. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, what was the other thing I saw? There was something else on Wish, which... But the thing is, the advert, when you click on it, doesn't take you to that item.
No.
Which really annoys me because one of them was so mental. I was like, I need to know.
But it's always insane things
Yeah.
as well. And usually, like, the sex toys will have, like, teeth and hair or something. Like, they're all very weird. Okay. So you get a lot of kind
Probably not going to go on the internet anymore. You know, like, I had a good run.
Oh, I mean, one thing worth mentioning, although we're not metal elitists, we will kink shame.
No, dude. Mate, if you want to fuck teeth and hair, you do it.
Fuck away, buddy.
But it's amazing
Just
how
not
quick,
my teeth or hair.
It's amazing how quick it will get there from, like, a beard trimmer or a lawnmower. Or something else that cuts stuff, apparently.
It's almost like, that almost sounds like it's a sort of a condensed version of the internet as a whole. Like, eventually...
Oh, God, maybe it is.
Because, like, most stuff on the internet, if you click on enough links and stuff, you'll end up on something weird or dodgy. Whereas that just seems to cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
And go, here's something normal, now let's get to the weird stuff.
Yeah, like, this is what you want. Like, you came on the internet to look at weird stuff. You're going to look at normal stuff for, like, an hour because you don't just want to go to the weird stuff because that then defines who you are.
Yeah.
So we'll make it a bit of a journey. They're like, let's just cut out the journey. Right?
Pretend you're normal and then
get
to what you really want to be.
Again, another one of my favourite things that happened in 2017 in rock and metal was that Gene Simmons made an attempt to put in a trademark application for the devil horns hand gesture.
But he must have been doing that for, like, charitable reasons, like... All proceeds are going to a charity.
Classic Gene and his charitable...
Because he wouldn't do that unless it was altruistic.
So
I didn't realise that was 2017.
That was last year. It wasn't even that late.
There's a picture of him you keep scrolling past. He looks like a corrupt cop from, like, one of those 70s Italian cop films where they're all fascists. He looks... Like he's just lent into a badly dubbed criminal saying, "This is my town."
Me and my girlfriend watched Gene Simmons Rock School the other day.
I loved the first series of that.
Yeah,
it was the second one. We couldn't find the first.
I can remember the second one, with Little Chris.
Yeah,
I like that one as well.
Poor dude.
You watch it back now. He is the weirdest dude. He's oh my god. We'll definitely do a rundown of it because he, like, most of it he's making up, like, sayings.
Okay.
It's amazing. Be like, well, you know what they always say: you can't pickle a fridge. and just move on, like,
he's
just
not wrong,
shit
though.
like that.
Imagine the size of the jar.
I don't get it, Gene. That's why I'm worth millions and you're still in school.
I remember the first series he was helping out.
He says that. He tells children that are in school that they're still in school because he's richer than them.
Yeah, I remember the first series he helped out that. He took a real shine to that really, like, posh kid.
The Emperor.
Was he called the Emperor? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gene Simmons tried to...
This is a great pilot.
Yeah. He tried to copyright
Rambling
the
on,
horns hand gesture, but he quit it because he just didn't think it was worth it. But, like, his logic is, if he's got it copywritten,
who pays the royalties on that?
That's...
Exactly.
Although maybe it went to, like... he maybe had, like, 20 lawyers that said, Gene... this cannot be done.
Yeah.
And at that point, he's like, all right, maybe this isn't worth it.
I've never heard the word pillock said so many times.
The reason why the reason why he decided not to do it in the end was because he said it just wasn't important enough for me to do that. Because everybody's doing my hand gesture anyway, whether it's the Dalai Lama
doing a hand
or
gesture.
the Pope, I win. Asked why he eventually decided to withdraw his application to trademark the gesture, Simmons told Talk is Jericho, the uneducated, the uninformed, and the otherwise passionate got so hot under the collar that I just didn't think it was worth it. He continued, people from the peanut gallery, and I love them, but the idea that everybody's opinion is worth the same as everybody else is, I don't want to say bullshit.
Oh, careful, Gene. Careful, Gene. If everyone's saying maybe everyone's opinions aren't equal. Gene.
Gene.
Oh,
but it is uninformed.
Get off those eggshells.
You know, your car breaks down and some guy walks up and says, here's what's wrong with it. That's one opinion. The other guy that walks over is a mechanic who works on cars all the time.
Opinions. That's knowledge.
Both those, yeah, if your car's broken down and someone says it's fucked, yeah, you don't need a mechanic. I can't drive. If I see a car break down, I'll be like, looks pretty fucked to me.
And also, right, hang on.
And also, he's not an expert in hand gestures.
Oh, God, there's one he's an expert in.
If you go and look at someone's car...
I'm implying he's a wanker.
Right.
Oh, he does. Nice, clever. Or he does shadow puppetry. Go on.
If you look... puppetry. If you
Let's not
look
get back to
at...
You won't get back because he's been cut out.
if you go and look at someone's car, right, broken down on the side of the road,
Okay.
and you look in it, you're like, oh mate, that's your head gasket,
Yeah.
right? And you don't know. That's not your opinion. You're just full of shit.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between opinion and knowing stuff.
Maybe Gene's saying his opinion's worth less than others.
Gene argues that both of his opinions are not equal. One is more important because it's based on a resume and qualification, and the other one is based on popcorn farts.
See, I told you, he makes up things.
That's not an opinion, though.
Yeah.
If a doctor gives me an X-ray on my arm and shows me that it's broken and says, you've broken your arm,
In
that's
your
what it
opinion.
hurts, I go, well, that's your opinion. I wouldn't.
No, you'd go, I want a second opinion, and you'd seek out another doctor, right?
Well, maybe that's where second opinion comes from. But not for saying it's clear cut as a broken arm is what I mean.
Also, the weird thing is when he talks about why he thinks he has the right to claim copyright over the gesture, he openly admits
We see he
that
opened
he
his mouth
stole.
and showed his tongue.
He openly admits that he stole the hand gesture from Steve Ditko, who drew Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. So he just said, he was like, I nicked it from this guy.
Spider-Man does that.
Therefore, I can copyright. He said it was a homage to Steve
No,
Ditko.
I know what Spider-Man does. Nams is giving me Spider-Man
Well,
just.
you look very confused by it. But I know what you're saying, though.
Whip.
Yeah, how does that become a tribute to Spider-Man? That isn't why people did that.
Yeah. Also, I had heard as well that...
Who here likes Spider-Man?
Because I always thought as well that it was... Because apparently the hand gesture also means I love you in American Sign Language. So there's no way you could have copyrighted it.
Oh, does it actually?
Yeah, but with
That's
the thumb...
really. Oh my god, metal gigs must be so nice.
I know,
It's with the thumb extended rather than...
if you can read sign language, you just become the most loved person.
Oh,
I want to learn sign language now.
But also,
I've wanted to learn sign language since Speed 2. Fun fact.
I've never seen Speed 2.
We can't get into this now.
Alright, carry on.
We can't get into that now.
Also, to the best of my knowledge, I thought that it was Ronnie James Dio that invented
It was.
that symbol. Yeah.
Well, as far as because there's that series with, isn't it the Metal Headbangers Journey dude, where he goes back and like traces the roots of the devil horns.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
stuff. And I think that was that was probably the deepest dive anyone's bothered doing into that for a lot of reasons.
We'll put this picture of Gene Simmons up on the notes as well. It's
By the way, my favourite thing about his excuse and his defence of attempting to
that
trademark the
tracksuit?
horns gesture is basically because you can trademark anything.
Apparently he has trademarked the term OJ for orange juice,
Okay.
and also
And O.J. Simpson as well.
not for Orenfall James.
okay, and also apparently the dollar sign.
Tell you what's crazy about this.
Is he just like one of those guys, like, I bet, do you know what he does? He's the kind of guy who probably bought the 21st Century Fox web domain.
Oh, 100.
Yeah,
squatting
oh
on
my
it, just
god.
squatting.
Oh, yeah.
The, what's crazy about this is there is a storyline, I think in the 70s or possibly 80s Batman comic, where to show just how truly insane the Joker is, he comes up with a plan to copyright fish.
Yeah.
So he can make a fortune off of copywriting the concept of fish. That's basically what Gene Simmons is doing now in real life. Anyway, we can't talk about him this long. He doesn't deserve this much chat.
No, and I'm sure we're going to go into Gene Simmons in probably more detail.
Well, when we do Songs from the Elder Part 1.
I think so. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Nams.
One of my favourite things from this year.
Oh, this creeped me out. I don't like it.
Yeah, but I mean, this could be the future of rock
I know.
music and metal and pop music and everything.
Ooh, are we getting a bit Star Warsy on this one?
We could be.
Are we getting a little bit Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Help me, Roy James Dio. You're my only hope.
Someone has that tattooed somewhere.
Yeah, the late great Roy James Dio is now touring again, back from the dead. How, may you ask? Just like Tupac, they've made a fucking hologram of Ronnie James Dio. Not playing the UK, that's a damn shame. No, wait, totally in. We missed it. Holy shit. Basically, they've made a hologram of Ronnie James Dio.
What size
And-
venues is this playing at?
It was the Islington Academy in the UK, just for...
So academies, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's about the same size. It's a little bit bigger than the Bristol one.
Yeah.
The Islington.
So a couple of thousand.
Couple of thou.
I was going to say, because in my head, this was like arenas, and there was like 12,000 people at a time paying to see a video of Ronnie James Dio.
It's not a video, it's a hologram.
Oh, it's
I hate the
Alright.
hologram thing.
So, it's real fucking weird.
I hope he's making his family money or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it must be.
That's the only way I
surely.
can really think about it.
Because this makes me think, like, obviously, this is a bit sort of out there. because it seems niche. Like Ronnie James Dio, amazing legend in rock and metal, but in terms of mainstream appeal, compared to like a lot of other rock artists, does not quite other deceased rock artists. Right? Okay, like if someone started touring and doing David Bowie holograms or Freddie Mercury holograms.
Yeah,
that don't give Brian May any more ideas.
And so, but apparently this is a thing that's happening now, and I wonder, like, where's it gonna go?
The Hard Times, probably one of my favourite pieces of satire ever. I love that blog.
Yeah, so good.
They had an article up recently. It was Metallica replaces perfectly healthy Lars Ulrich for hologram.
Perfect. Also, I've just realised I didn't mention Queen once in my intro.
Oh,
which is
hang on. If you say it, just say
Queen. There you go.
There you go. I'll edit that in. That's fine.
Yeah.
It'll be seamless.
That's crazy.
To be fair, I watched a video of it, and like the actual vocals were really well done. They took some live performances. The way they mixed it did sound great. It didn't just sound like his vocals on record. It was a live performance.
Yeah, it would have to be.
But the actual...
What is Tim Ripper Owens doing?
He's just doing vocals as well. I guess they actually have to have some living singers there too, just to make it a little less weird. But it's just such it's a strange concept, and also the most Ronnie James Dio concept as well.
I feel like Dio would be well into this.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is as well, what's really crazy is the sequel to Blade Runner came out 2017, and that features a sequence. Very briefly, it's not a main plot bit, but
with Ronnie James Dio
performing
metal with Harrison Ford.
No, but it's like a run down Vegas, and there's a bit where a Elvis hologram performs on stage.
Oh, in fact, they go.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like this is almost
hang on
getting beyond that.
I feel like for the money it costs, surely an Elvis hologram should have been done by now. If you're going to do any,
it's probably the quality.
Surely you do the biggest.
At the moment, it's probably quality of the footage. I would imagine.
Well, no. So this is the weird thing. No, because the Dio one, it's not footage. It's not live footage. It is a CGI Dio.
They've Rogue One it.
So yeah, someone's done mocap for it.
Oh, so that's motion capture for the.
Is it that guy from Holby City who played Peter Cushing? He's just going around wearing human skin.
But like, there's a little bit of like uncanny valley there as well. Obviously.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah, it's just very, very strange.
Plus, they didn't have that much choice with Rogue One. They had a choice with Ronnie Dio not to do it.
But I always feel like this would be the moment where I'm like, okay, no, I'm maybe done with this. Is if I went... This was legitimately running through my head. If I went to see Metallica and they started playing anything off like Master of Puppets, and all of a sudden they had like a hologram Cliff Burton on stage, I think I would be like...
Oh, it's hard. And also, that must be so weird. Like, I know that if one of my best friends that I played with for years and years died, and then decade later, they're next to me on stage.
God, I hate it.
It would be fucking horrendous.
It would kill you because they're not there.
Because it's a ghost and they murder people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Good, that's what I thought.
No, but imagine that. Imagine being that close to seeing like a moving representation of that person, but they're not actually there.
Horrible.
No.
Apparently,
like Black Mirror or
apparently at the Ronnie James Dio gigs, they have trained Ghostbusters on hand at all times, just in case it's not actually a hologram, it's a ghost, and it needs to be contained. Yeah. There was a few more headlines on here. I would recommend everyone just goes to blabbermouth.net
every day.
Type in your favourite artist, whether it's Paul Stanley,
and just starts reading through.
Whether it's Gene Simmons.
There was one I was going to talk about, which was like a really big deal.
Oh, hang on. If hologram Dio flicked the horns, who would Gene sue?
Oh,
it's not a real hand, is it?
Yeah. Oh. And how do holograms fit in with the law?
I know. Are we talking about?
What could they do? Could they expose themselves?
Is it a corporeal set of horns, or is it a more sort of gesture of a horn, like a spiritual horn?
That's true. What if, like, say you had a children's entertainer or something like that? As like a so Dan's laughing at a Blabbermouth.
The picture of Dave Mustaine, the headline is Mustaine's vision was to destroy Metallica.
He looks so intent as well in this photo. He looks like...
Was it... Whoa. Was Dave Mustaine kicked out of Metallica?
So I've heard.
I have no idea how he felt about
Records don't go back that far. So
Why
no one will
doesn't
know
he
for
mention this?
We-
He should
yeah.
really tell
We don't
someone.
have any idea how he would have felt.
No, he should really cry on camera about
I
this.
think one of my favourite things about
Although the new
Dave-
Megadeth album was Boss.
It's
So
amazing.
real good.
Oh, was that last year or was that the year before?
year before.
Okay,
I only listened to it last
2016 had some dope records.
Vultures have come home to last. Oh, so good.
2016 had some fucking amazing records. So when I was putting together my list for this year, the ones that stood out were amazing, but 2016 was fucking killer.
When was Periphery 3?
2016.
The stage was
2016.
Oh, yeah. Also, everything about 2017, just fuck off now. That's great.
Yeah.
Like, as far as years go, not the best.
Yeah, I would say it's my least favourite year.
Yeah,
For
I-
many reasons.
Yeah, I think let's fucking get rid of that now.
Yeah.
And this, by the way, guys, this is us officially on record saying it's 2018.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. In like
Prove me wrong.
in the spin-off to the podcast we hadn't recorded that you'll hear down the line, we were very careful not to mention the date because we didn't know when we were going to be putting them out.
Yeah.
But
I'm
now
seeing Pearl Jam this year, so it's already going to be better than
Ooh,
2017.
yeah.
And I plan to record a 3-hour length podcast as the concert's going on, just speaking my opinions of each song. I'll just be far enough away where you just hear a muffled sound, but you're not quite sure.
I really like that song. A lot of business like this, I hope.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
I mean,
That's Foley work.
just to sum up 2017 in a nutshell, I saw the Insane Clown Posse live.
Oh my god, we've got so much.
This
to
is
talk
such a stream of consciousness podcast. There's so many things we need to talk about in other
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But we're going to talk next. We're going to talk about something that isn't going to be mentioned on this episode.
a band who I was really excited to see, and now I'm not so sure though, but I've kind of bought the ticket. Machine Head.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
Kind of glad I didn't get a ticket now.
I'm a big Machine Head fan. I would go on record and say I love Machine Head. They're maybe one of my favourite
Whoa,
metal
Jim,
bands. I
calm
know,
down.
controversial, right?
Nah, they're great.
From Burning Red
generally-
all the way through to
Supercharger, yeah.
Supercharger.
And they were on such a great run of albums.
Oh, they were crushing it.
They were doing such a good job. From Through the Ashes of Empires, The Blackening, one of the albums which
I'm doing
was
kissing
like,
noises.
it's like a decade-defining metal album.
I definitely just sound like we were just making out.
There's loads of women there, you can't see them.
Locust, again, great follow-up. Bloodstone Diamonds, amazing, just real consistent.
Oh, that was...
With just like an absolute stone cold classic in the middle of The Blackening. And then they thought, wait, why don't people like our Supercharger Burning Red era enough? And so...
Have they released any more songs from it?
Yes.
Oh, have they?
It's called... So basically Machine Head have a new album out, I think within the week or so, called Catharsis. And it feels like they've
Anything but.
Yeah, it feels like they've kind of dropped all of those kind of... It's nothing wrong with not writing long songs and everything, you know.
No, but skills is the word you're looking
Yeah,
for.
but good songs, you know, if you're not going to write long songs, write good songs.
Is it a really hard pivot then? Because that single sounded ridiculous
It's
compared to what they've been
such
doing.
a hard pivot. There's nothing wrong with going more melodic. We talked about this earlier.
And also, do what you want. If you're a band, do
Yeah.
what you want. And if it's shit, well, I'm sorry.
This is
You fucked up.
Everything I've heard of this album is just so bad.
The album cover's terrible.
It's all
I've never actually
it's
seen it yet. I'll look
it's
it up in
all
a
of the
minute.
worst new metal indulgences, kind of.
But in
brought back
2018.
in, But in 2018, and I don't know whether Rob Flynn's thinking, "Hey, new metal's going to come back round again. It's going to be like a revival. I want to be at the forefront of this." But considering that, like stuff like
It's
Super-
like being at the
Super-
forefront of a human centipede. That's as good as it's going to get.
Are they being supported by Spineshank?
So this is the thing.
I quite like
there's no-
Spineshank.
There's no support act. It's an evening with Machine Head. And the idea is they play like a 2.5 hour.
They did that before when I saw them, and it was superb.
I really like the idea of it.
I'm really excited for that. It's just I don't
was
know how
amazing.
much new material they're going to be playing
That album cover.
because everything I've heard from Catharsis sounds so bad. There's your album cover. It just like to me it says Roadrunner Records 2000 Digipack edition.
Yeah.
Like, with bonus remix tracks.
Yeah, and that's a bad title for an album.
Yeah,
One
terrible.
of us here has the Digipack version of Supercharger.
I don't actually.
You got rid of it?
Yeah, got rid of it. And so yeah,
I gave it to Jim because I
I
don't
don't
want
lie,
to
like
do
I
it
know
again.
I know they're gonna go out there, they're gonna play Davidian, they're gonna play
Yep.
Imperium. they're gonna play.
Promise Day.
Something like Aesthetics. They did play that last time I saw them.
I reckon they would do.
Yeah. There's
you know,
a
it's
whole
catchy.
bunch of like amazing songs that I'm really looking forward to hearing. But if it's going to be a lot of material for a new album, and I hate to be that, oh fuck, we're just playing the new stuff kind of guy, because when I see bands, I kind of want to see the new stuff. Because again, I've seen Machine Head play Davidian every single time I've seen them.
Yeah.
But
It's fun seeing something different.
It's good to see the new stuff. But if it's going to be a lot of this new stuff, I am genuinely worried. Like every single thing about, like, for example, the music video they did for the title track. In that video, it's them in like a padded cell, like trying to break out kind of thing.
It looks like the extras.
It's exactly what you'd expect from like a new metal video.
Like Disturbed's first
Yeah,
album or something.
exactly.
There is a Korn DVD, and the whole menu system is based around an asylum,
Yeah.
and that looks like the DVD menu.
It's just such a weird aesthetic and sound to go back to.
Of hate.
And it makes sense for Korn back then to have done that.
Yeah, 100%. That's very
What
much
is
like
this?
that's the definition of that time.
I need to listen to more
Yeah.
songs off the album because that first single was toilet music.
Yeah. It was,
Oh, did you? This is very blabbermouth now. Did you see? They got a pretty shit review of the album, and they put up on their like all of their official social media.
I saw, yeah.
Slagging off this reviewer, and the reviewer being like, "Don't know shit. What is this?" All
Oh,
this
that's
stuff.
mature.
That's
Yeah.
for a band of that stature as well. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, these don't like our album.
Well, the thing is,
I mean, Rob Flynn seems a bit like that.
yeah,
I really like
the
Rob
thing.
Flynn.
I do as well. Like,
Yeah.
It depends on what he's talking
I
about.
actually
I think.
feel. Here's the thing with Rob Flynn as well. Like over the last few years, I feel like outspoken, like woke Rob Flynn. I really like
love
him
it.
as
Love
a
it.
person. Like,
Love it. Great.
Because he's the way he articulates his feelings, the way he captures like
The whole thing with Phil Anselmo
Phil
being
Anselmo
racist,
stuff.
he was amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I really like him with some stuff. It depends what he's talking about. I
Yeah.
think.
Whereas like this is because he used to be. I think what it is like I think he's actually quite sensitive to criticism.
Yes.
Like when
What do you think?
Yeah, when the More Things Change came out, when the Burning Red came out, I remember he got into like real war of words with critics and stuff. I remember he had beef with Kerry King for like a decade because Kerry King basically called them out on like Burning Red and Supercharger and that those albums were bad. And I think he's someone who's been a critical darling for like since like 2003 really.
That
think
is
about it.
a wonderful term.
It's good, isn't it?
He had that beef with.
Critical.
Do you remember he started? Do you remember when he went off on one about not the stage, the album before that?
Hail to the King.
Hail to the King,
Hail to the King.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, they're just ripping off Metallica. The Avengers came out and were like, no, we wanted to do like a Metallica style album.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean they sound like lots of stuff on it. It's quite
Yeah.
One of my
quite
favorite,
obvious for that one.
one of my
Deliberately.
favorite things about that was I was reading an interview with M Shadows, and apparently when Rob Flynn's comments sort of popped up, he got like a phone call from Chris Jericho saying, "Have you fucking read about this dickhead slagging you because I saw? I want to kick his ass."
Well, Chris Jericho rang Avenged
M
Sevenfold.
Shadows.
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, so God, there's like 15 songs of this album as well. Apparently, I think it's like over an hour as well.
Oh, good.
That was my only gripe with the last one is that it felt too long.
Yeah, definitely. I say you could cut off a couple off the back end. Like they tried to do one which was a bit like realize, called like Imaginary Cells, and it doesn't have the same impact. But yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have a good time.
100%.
I know a couple
It'll be
friends
great.
going. It's gonna be great.
They're
But-
amazing live.
Yeah, there is live, but it's always disheartening when a band you really like put out a bad album. As someone whose favourite band is Metallica, I know all about that. And we will be covering some of those albums at some point on this podcast.
Oh yeah, we're not going to be covering the good ones.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
absolutely,
that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you possibly say about And Justice for All that hasn't been said already?
Exactly.
There's no bass on there, the production's weird, the songs
Exactly.
are great. Whereas, like...
What can you say about Lulu? Oh, quite a lot.
I am the table.
Yeah, so I say when a band also it's not even just like an album which disappoints. I could listen to like an album by a band I like and go, oh, that one's not grabbed me like the last one, but okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
it's alright. A few good songs in here. Straight away, everything I heard was a red flag, and I kind of like, I'm not going to like this record. And
They've got a song called California Bleeding.
they do.
Was this written by fans?
California Bleeding, followed by Triple Beam, followed by Collide. I really hope it's just California Dreaming, but he just writes the word bleeding.
California you're bleeding.
Oh, no. All the leaves are red. Just like, and the sky is red.
I also hope between. I really hope between every single line he doubles down the Rob Flynn thing of going up to the microphone and going.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Cool.
And most importantly, I'm looking forward to doing more of his podcast as well.
For us to be finally kind of committing to this for a time when we were doing so we've got a series based around Iron Maiden where our friend who's into kind of rock and metal, a lot of stuff, he's put us onto new bands, we've put onto new bands. It's been a real cool experience.
The band he recommended to us was brand new, and within about 2 months of checking out that band, they basically broke up because the front man was sending dick pics to teenage girls on MySpace or something.
Yeah.
So cheers to that.
Exactly. And now my phone's full of those pictures.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But no, it was a real good experience, and we mostly did it because it's called Maiden Voyage, and we wanted to show him every single Iron Maiden album for the first time because he's never listened to a full album.
Yeah.
So we had a great time doing that.
Did he enjoy them? You'll have to listen and find out.
But I think we're going to do a few more like deep dive series as well.
Yep.
Like we're going to look into some bands who've got really fun, varied discographies and like go through those. That should be a lot of fun. We've got our shit list we want to cover, so all of the terrible rock and metal albums.
And also the weirdest albums.
And it's weird in general.
Yeah. Like we've got a lot, and also like genre-wise, there's going to be a whole mix of shit. It's mainly going to be kind of rock metal stuff like that. We might go off tangent onto some weird business.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some of that could be coming up soon.
Well, you
That
might
Chris
say,
Cornell album that he produced
the
with
Timberland one, I know. Yeah.
I don't know this.
Timberland did a whole album with
there
Chris
you
Cornell.
go.
It's basically we just want to do like a real fun series. We want to just get
Oh
together, have some
man, Chris
beers.
Cornell, 2017 was the
Oh,
worst.
God.
You can suck my dick.
Oh fuck!
And Chester
2017.
Bennington. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I just forgot both.
Christ.
Fuck me.
And
Wow.
yeah, again, it was only, I guess it was this year, but now lost like every like classic lineup member of Motorhead as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that's just the
Was-
hangover 2017.
Was Bowie 17 or 16?
2016.
16. Because I know we lost a lot.
Was that 2 years
He
ago?
died right at the start. He was like
2 years ago last
He
set
was
the
that
tone.
first domino.
Yeah, set the tone.
last week, 'cause it was 2 years ago last week. It was just before. I mean, he died just before Alan Rickman did.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
January got off to a rotten start.
Because
Yeah.
Lemmy had died in December.
Yeah.
And
Oh, gee.
yeah,
God.
God, his,
So,
his
right.
Let's not dwell on it.
Yeah.
It's fine because all of those rock stars that we grew up listening to are only
coming
getting
back
younger.
as holograms.
So no, so we hope that you guys like this. If you do like it, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter,
Yes.
Instagrams, all the social mediums.
It'll probably become a bit more structured. I'm not promising that as we go on, but
We hope we
Yeah,
develop
we
a
hope,
formula.
also stream of consciousness is very funny to us.
Yes.
So
And we've bought our own equipment now, so we kind of
We
have
kind
to
of
commit.
committed, yeah.
So like, if you guys could just keep listening.
Keep listening, yeah. Spread the word, yeah. And hopefully you'll be hearing a lot more from us very soon.
Drop some links. Hashtag Slowly We Rock. That's our name, but with a hashtag at the front.
you might know it. You might know it as the pound symbol as well. But we call it the hashtag.
Cool. Well,
Thank you for listening, guys.
this is us. I've been Lewis.
I've been James.
I've been Dan.
Thank
Age
you very much.
30, 30, and
30 years young.
26.
Yeah, in one of those orders.
Yeah.
That's how we can define ourselves now. As by
Which
our
one of
age.
us will win the
Yeah.
date? Find out next week.
Thank you very much for listening. Like, share. Thank everyone that's made this possible.
I love share. I don't just like share. I love share.
Thanks,
I wanna
guys.
use it.
Bye.
Do you believe in life after life?